Hello, welcome to the Sleeping Dragons podcast. My name is Tucker, and I am here with Dylan.
Hello.
And today we are also here with our other friend, Kaylin.
Hello. I'm very special and very honored to be on this podcast.
He's our special guest. Very, very special.
My mom always told me I was special.
All right. So today we're going to be talking about Helldivers 2. But before we get into that and go through a little bit of how we're doing. So, Dylan, do you want to start?
Yeah, I'll start us off. So, I'm chilling. I did do an op in Foxhole, which was fun. We destroyed an enemy artillery line with a bunch of rocket arty, so that was fun. Other than that, well, we went through Terraria, but I guess me and Tucker can talk about that at the same time here in a minute. But I did start Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I'm not super far in yet. I literally have played maybe a little over an hour, so I'm going to get some more playtime down on that before I talk about it too much. But the intro is good so far. I didn't play too much of the first one, is the sad part, but I get most of the story, you know?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Tucker.
All right. So like you were saying, we are done with Terraria. It was fun. I like the game a lot. We will be reviewing it sometime. Not soon, but someday.
Someday.
I don't have really any like huge takeaways from it, other than it's good. But other than that, I'm done with Frostpunk. I got my platinum. I'm done with it for now. And I'm ready to play something else. I don't know what else I'm gonna play.
1,000 years later.
Yeah, I actually did the math. I've been working on Frostpunk from the first achievement I got into when I stopped playing was 60 days.
I don't know how you got the dedication.
That's literally
too long.
That's around when we started the podcast. Sorry to interrupt, Kaylin.
That is very, very soon or similar to when we started that.
Jeez.
But yeah, it was a test of endurance and I passed.
Hooray!
Yes, you did.
Anyway, okay, I don't know if you want to say what games you've been playing, whatnot.
Been playing Sea of Thieves. It's a very love-hate relationship. It's very fun.
Yeah, we had some wacky shit
It's
happen.
very, very fun. But when it's not, it's soul-crushing. But I love it. I'm gonna come back to it every single time. And
hopefully the curse stays with that galleon we were on.
Hey, we don't talk about the galleon anymore. It's gone. It doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, I've been playing Sea of Thieves. Been going back to Subnautica Below Zero. I'm an avid hater.
Oh.
I'm trying it.
And
that's about it for right now.
Nice.
I want to bring something up real quick. So I know last episode I mentioned that I was going to 100% God of War. I'm a little distracted right now. I'll get to that at some point, you know? It's like I want to play Kingdom Come right now.
Sometime this year?
Yeah, sometime this year, I'm thinking. Maybe. Also, me and Tucker are going to be very busy on the 6th because that's when the game we've been waiting ages for comes out.
Yeah, Split
Fiction.
Mid.
Yeah.
Mid?
No, it's not.
Get
mid.
off of our podcast. Get off.
You're banned.
Get out of here.
What? No, dude.
No.
Yeah, you'll probably hear plenty of us talking about Split Fiction when that does come, though.
Oh,
can't
next
wait to hear about
episode,
it.
we'll probably talk about it, I'm assuming, because we'll be doing the next episode. Yeah. Between the next episode and this one, we will have started it, so, because it'll come out.
But yeah, we want to get into Helldivers.
I would love to get into Helldivers.
All right.
Do it.
So I guess starting with kind of what is Helldivers. So I kind of see it as like it's not exactly an extraction game like you would think, but there is an extraction aspect to it. You basically, the gameplay is you go do missions. You can fight one of 3 factions. We got the Bugs, the Automatons, and the Illuminate. You go do missions for that, and you protect Super Earth, essentially. Story wise, I don't know a whole ton about the like lore.
I
It
don't
goes
either.
deep.
Like, I think it goes deep. I've heard bits and pieces of stuff that you'll see online, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm not gonna make any assumptions, but
I don't have enough knowledge to talk about it, but from what I do know, Super Earth did create the bugs as like a power source, and it got out of hand, and now they are their own faction that we fight. So that is all that I know about the bugs. The Illuminate, they're a known enemy. There was the first war with them, then there was a time of peace, and now we're fighting them again.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
I know
really
the lore is really interesting, but I don't know too much of it at the moment.
Yeah, I should watch or listen to a lore video on it.
It'd be
That'd be cool.
It'd be cool for just not doing nothing or cooking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which I do a lot of. So, yeah. So.
Oh, sorry.
I
Sorry to interrupt, but you guys were just talking about the lore, and I just found this thing. So,
Yep.
Super Earth discovered, right, that upon death, the Terminants produced a unique and highly valuable resource called E710. So, apparently, farms were established on human colonized worlds. However, containment is eventually breached, and then they just fucking destroyed sectors of the galaxy, basically, is what it's saying.
Mm-hmm.
I was right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit more into the gameplay aspect of it. So there's a ton of different weapons you can use in this game. A lot of them are pretty standard. I won't get into like what they are. But one interesting part of it is the stratagems. So stratagems essentially are things you can call down from your like main ship, and they basically come and help you in the fight. They can range from a special weapon to a giant bomb, essentially. I don't know. How do you explain the inputs? I guess.
The inputs to call down the stratagems, you have a little thing on your character has a little thing on their arm, and up, down, left, right are your inputs, or WASD. So depending on the stratagem, if it's like a beginner one, it'll be like fairly simple, like down, down, up, right, or it could be very much harder, like down, up, left, right, up, down, right, left, which I think is the hell bomb, if I remember correctly. And being able to balance fighting the enemies and still calling in stratagems to help you fight them it's very fun. The gameplay itself is very fun with it. It's a unique addition, which you don't really see too much of.
Yeah, that one. I love the stratagems in it. It's so much fun when you like get one perfect, like the hell bomb. You just like quickly get it perfect. It's so satisfying.
They're also so unique. Like all of them are different in their own ways.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. This game does have a level progression system as well. So as you level up, you can unlock more stratagems. But also as you play through the game, you can go through things called war bonds, which are I don't want to call them a battle pass because they're not, but they kind of are. You essentially, like, throughout the game, you get medals for completing missions. You then spend those medals through pages of the war bonds. War bonds don't ever leave the game. They just kind of stay there, and they add more as they go. But one thing I do like about them is all of them are very uniquely different.
Yeah. Like the
newest
one
of stuff
is more wasn't it more based off like urban combat?
I think so. They have a lot of like self-sacrifice.
Yeah,
too.
I think it was more like a democratic one. This
album.
one before it was more urban warfare, and then I don't know the order of this, but there's like fire.
I think Truth Enforcers.
Yeah, Truth Enforcers was real like kind of almost like Star Warsy with the suits or armor that
like
they
the
had.
style of them.
Yeah,
I like. Sorry, go ahead.
And then they have like jungle or gorilla outfits where it's just like camo vest, arms ripped out. Um, then there's fire, which is my personal favorite. It's really fun,
Mm-hmm.
but they just have so many different ones. It's the only bad thing about it is if you're a new player coming into it, there's just so much options,
Yeah,
and
yeah, pick them.
yeah, if you want to get any of them or even all of them, it's I would say at least easily $100 now. But when they do release, they're
Yeah.
$10 each, but there's like 10 out.
Yeah, there's
Mhm.
though I don't know which one it was the one that I had, but I really like the blah 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 the gun at the end of it, like the heavy tank gun that's like that you have to
Oh yeah,
mount on, like the mounted
Oh,
one.
yeah,
the
yeah,
emplacement one.
Dude,
Yeah,
that one.
those the urban enforcers. I
Yeah, I
think
think it's Urban
Yeah.
Enforcers.
Dude, that one fucking shreds.
it does. I was thinking about getting that one just for that.
Yeah, sitting
Yeah.
upon your throne, just shooting.
Yeah. Yeah. One
Oh.
thing with these. Sorry. Let me go through this real quick. So with the war bonds, so we did mention they are about $10. You do not technically have to spend money to get them. You can get the currency through just playing the game. It does take a while, though.
Yeah,
It takes a long while,
you have to run
but it
through,
is an option.
Yeah, you have to run through a lot of missions and get very, very lucky. Because
Mhm.
there are minor points of interest. They're just small, like, side objectives. Or not even side objectives, but just like a spot where there's
Little
loot,
caches.
ammo, yeah, cash.
Mhm.
And you have to get very lucky to get it. Now, you can. We've gotten, I want to say, what, like 40 in the mission most?
Yeah, I think so.
But you have to be really quick with exploring the whole map. Because every mission is timed. So there's some where
Mhm.
it's 40 minutes, there's some where it's 12, 10. So it all just depends on what mission you do. But they are earnable, which I do like, unlike other
Mhm.
games where it's like you just can't. It's either you pay or you don't have it. So
Yeah,
I do
it's a
like
nice addition.
there's a chance to earn it.
Dylan, what were you saying?
Oh, nothing. So I was gonna say something. I've heard like an interesting theory on like the ships and players in this game, right? So
Yes.
I've heard like this theory, and I'm kind of looking at a page for it right now. But basically, it's saying that the player is not actually like playing as the Helldiver, because from what we've seen of Helldivers, right, they get shot down and immediately killed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a theory that I really like that your player that you are just playing as the ship, the super destroyer. You're not actually playing as the Helldiver. That
Yeah.
I think is super cool.
I think we talked
is
about
cool.
that when we were playing Helldivers a bit.
Oh,
How
I
it's like-
honestly remember.
I don't know, we had like a few conversations where we like kind of talked about it. Because when you die in this game, you come back as a different Helldiver essentially.
Mm-hmm.
You don't keep everything that you had, but you keep your basic loadout.
Your
of what
weapons,
you
your
have.
armor, your grenades.
You only have a certain amount of reinforcements in a match, which makes it so you obviously don't want to die if you can avoid it.
Yeah.
But yeah, throughout. So another thing with, I guess, currency wise in the game, throughout the missions, you can find things called samples. You can find common samples, rare samples, or whatever the purple ones are called, super rare. So those samples are then used to upgrade your super destroyer, which gives you like small buffs to stratagems or like support weapons, stuff like that. In our experience, we have found that it's much easier to find the rare ones than the common ones.
Yes. Rare. Well, yeah, rare and super rare samples are so easy to find, but common samples, they say there's 40 in a mission. They're lying.
Good luck.
Could it not be
Yeah.
based on difficulty? Like if you go to the
It
lower
is.
difficulties, you're gonna find more of the common ones, and then
Well,
Harder
not
ones,
necessarily. So,
Yeah.
depending on the rarity, or not rarity, but level of difficulty, like for trivial, the first difficulty, there's only like 4 common samples. But on the highest difficulty, super hell dive, there's like 40 common. But then there's also
Yeah.
like 20 rare and 4 or 5, 6 super samples. So you can't just drop mission difficulty and necessarily find more samples.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because it spawns more minor points of interest, I believe, as you go up in the difficulties.
Yeah, it does seem like that.
Do you guys have anything to combat off of that?
No, we can get into the different mission types if we want, like the different like sub objectives and like more
Main
of the
objectives.
main objectives. Yeah, like because I want to talk about how much I like some of them because some of them are so fucking badass, right? Like okay, one of the sub objectives I really like are the little mushroom clouds because they're so cool because you can just shoot them down. I like
Those
that.
ones are nice.
The spore
You can
spewers.
you can just shoot them down from super far away. It's super.
And they're
satisfying.
actually really nice when you do, because the spore spewers in this example, for sub-objective, they cover the map in a cloud of, you guessed it, spores. So it makes it really hard to traverse. So when you do shoot it down, it actually has an impact in the game. So it's not just, oh, do this just because. It actually helps you with your mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I like those ones too,
Dude.
because they're really easy to see.
Yeah.
unless you
Easy to
spawn
find.
in it, which just sucks.
It's a little annoying. It's not too bad though. As
But
long as it's not a whatever the stalker nest or the
Yes,
flying
stalker
bullets.
layers.
Fucking hate stalker layers. Okay, wait, hold up. I love the ICBM missions. I love those missions so fucking much.
Which ones were those ones again?
It's where you launch
Intercontinental ballistic mission or missile?
Missile. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you-
you
Oh,
launch
the
it.
missile one.
Yeah. And then the background is just the explosion as you're walking away. Dude, I love it so much.
It's
Mhm.
cool.
This game
Yeah,
is
that one
just
is nice.
so incredibly cinematic.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
And everything, the devs stated it themselves, everything is canon because it's an ongoing war in the game. So if you do
Mhm.
some cool shit, that happened.
Yeah.
It's real. Who knows?
Okay.
It may even come to the movie that's coming out soon.
I heard
Yeah.
there is. a movie.
Hopefully. Yes, there
I
is a
hope it's
Helldiver
good.
movie.
They better be.
So, you know
I
what?
want-
Sorry, no, go ahead. I was just going to say something. I was going to bring us on a different tangent.
I want them to bring as many like Hollywood actors and murder them immediately to show like how brutal this really is. Because the average
Keep The Rock out
Helldivers,
of it.
yeah,
I don't want to see The Rock in here.
yeah, but the average Helldivers life expectancy is 7 dives, which is 7
Yeah.
missions. It is not very long.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
that, dude. Oh,
It-
so
Yeah.
so I was going to go ahead and talk about Helldivers. Do you guys think it's like when they were creating it, do you think they tried to base it off of Starship Troopers?
Yes,
I don't actually know
I-
what Starship Troopers
it's an
is.
older movie. I think it's like an 80s movie.
It's 90s.
90s.
It was a novel in 1959, but
Then,
adapted
then they
into a
made a movie.
movie in 1997.
It's honestly such a cool movie because even though it's dated, the effects they're really good, and it's so similar. It's almost like a parody.
Oh, interesting.
It's in this like I don't want to say dystopian future, but
It is.
Where
it
it
most
kinda
definitely
is. It's where these soldiers are going from like planet to planet doing missions, fighting bugs, holding down like objectives, kind of like what you do in Helldivers. But it's so cool to see the game, the book, and the movie all like so close together, but they're really not the same.
Yeah.
Well, the bug design. See, the thing that catches my eye is the bug
Yes.
designs, right?
They
They are
close.
so similar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awesome. I love the bug design.
And they're both
So
called
cool.
Tyranids in both Helldivers and the movie Starship Troopers.
I didn't know they were both called Tyranids.
I'm pretty sure they are. I wouldn't set my soul on that, but from what I remember, they are.
I was like, I need to watch this movie.
Yes.
Not only that, okay, so they're both based on a unified Earth in some capacity.
Mm-hmm. Fighting against a common evil.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do love that. I like how vague Super Earth is.
Yeah, it's
Like, it doesn't need
That's
to be
the-
complex.
main faction, in case you do not know.
Yeah.
That's
it's
what we play
Earth,
as.
but cooler.
Yeah.
It's just Earth.
All countries
but
are united
badass.
and work against the bugs, Tomtons, and the aliens.
All we really know about it is it's a planet. It's in the middle of the map for the solar system for us.
We're protecting it.
Yeah, and then every once in a while we'll get a message from Super Earth saying we have to do like this. Like, fight on this planet, recover it. Use these weapons to see, what gets better funding so they become better. Something like, just something that involves the community with the game, so it's ever evolving.
Yeah, I love that part of the game too, because it's not just like a weekly mission. It like adds lore to the story.
Yeah.
Throughout.
Like,
it's really cool.
With the Illuminates, they were building up I think it's like dark energy, and we tried to stop them. We did not, and one of their weapons destroyed an entire planet, and it was on its way to Super Earth. So it's like, oh, the community couldn't get this done. Consequence. Yeah. Or, oh, the community did it. Here's a new weapon. Here's new armor. Something that involves the community in every single day and update.
Yeah, I love that part. It's so cool.
Not many games really do that with their community, where they're that involved with it.
I don't know.
I don't know another game that's really like that.
I couldn't name a game that works like that.
Yeah.
Well,
it's very cool.
Okay, I don't want to bring this topic up, but the creators of Foxhole are also very in-depthly related to their player base. But not as much as Helldivers, obviously, at all. I'm just saying they go along with some of the lore that is created by players themselves. And technically, they are also living out lore, I guess you could say, in the world itself, because it's just a perpetual war is what it is. Even in lore, as it's explained. Sorry.
One thing to compare to Foxhole, though, which is the only other game that I know that has, consecutive wars, was Helldivers 1, and we won't talk too much on Helldivers 1 because we haven't played it, but I've seen some stuff on it. That's kind of how Helldivers 1 works, is if you don't get to, if you don't destroy each faction in time, you lose. You just flat lose.
Yeah.
And then a new war starts.
I love that when there's actual risk involved in a game, where it's not just, oh man, you lost. Back at it. No.
Try again.
You got the whole community lost. You lose a planet. You can no longer play on that planet ever again. It's cool.
Yeah.
Well, you can play on the planet again once you're pushing them back and you go back to the island. Malevolon's Creek was very early. Players loved the fight on it. But then it came back.
Rough. Early Malevolon Creek when the game first came out was fucking off. It was bad. Just because their automatons were really, I don't want to say overpowered, but they were not as easy as they are now. They were much stronger. There's a lot more of them. It was difficult, and that was the fun in it.
Yeah, but I know Malevolon's Creek came back, right? I don't know who the enemies were. Was it the Illuminates?
No, I don't think it was.
I think they're still automatons.
I think. But what I was talking about is the planets that just got glassed. I don't know if you've played since, but the Illuminates build up dark energy, and their weapon hit a planet, and it just turned it into a black hole. So that's what I mean by you cannot play on that planet. They
fucking Halo glassed a planet?
Yes, it is a black hole.
What?
Yes, there's just a straight black hole there. You can go to that, where that planet's supposed to be and just look into a black hole. That's what I mean by that. They just destroyed it. There's no coming back from it.
Yeah.
Huh.
Curious if that's just going to stay a black hole forever.
I would assume so. There's another planet, I don't remember the name, that's glassed like that.
That's cool, though. I like the risk with that.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I will say, one weekly thing that they did that I did not enjoy very much was you had the ability to vote on what planet this gunner ship thing goes to.
Oh, the space station weapon, yeah.
And every now and then it would just send barrages of Eagle strafing runs.
Yeah.
And it just obliterate you.
Oh yeah, no, they never give you any warning on when this weapon is attacking if it's on the planet. It's just
it killed us.
They're striking now, and the second the message pops up, there's already 3 going off.
Yeah,
that
and there's no way to dodge those. It's just
No.
you gotta get
And
lucky.
there's no way to tell where they're going either. It's just it could either be across the map and you'll get a little kill counter on the bottom, saying, "Oh, I got this many kills," or it lands on top of you and kills you, which has happened way too many times.
There's a lot.
When we played, yeah, it's very very frequent that there's friendly fire in this game.
I love the friendly fire though.
Yes,
it's so funny when it does happen.
There is no penalty for friendly fire besides your friends hating you.
Yep. I think my favorite instance was we were playing one of the defend missions, and I threw a precision airstrike and it bounced off a bug and bounced back at us. It just murdered 3 of us.
Yeah, so I was just relaxing, trying to kill some bugs. And I see the marker when you throw a stratagem. It'll either have a little red marker for like an attack stratagem, or a blue marker for support, like weapons. All I see is this red little beacon between my 2 feet. I look at the timer and it is 1 second.
Yeah.
I dive backwards and fucking explode.
It killed all 3 of us over there.
That's what makes this game. These moments just
it's
like
so
that.
funny.
It's
or the
where,
Teslas. The Teslas
Yes.
are like my favorite because they will arc so far.
They
And
can
accidentally
even
kill
arc.
people.
Yeah, they arc through enemies as well. So you don't even have to be close to it. If you just are close to a bug that got arced too, it's over.
Yeah.
Or the stupid fucking illuminate little tower things. They obliterate you from existence.
Oh my
God,
gosh.
I hate those things.
No, yeah, the automatons have their like big turret things too. Those things I hate. It's so annoying. Like you're just trying to shoot them and they keep knocking you over.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, from my experience with the game, I think I like fighting the automatons the most.
Yes, the automatons are a lot of
It's
fun.
Yeah.
I haven't done much fighting against the automatons because when I was big into playing the game, which is like when all my playtime was right when it launched. I played a shit ton of it, and I just couldn't fight the automatons, dude. They fucked me
tough.
up no matter what I did.
They were really hard on launch. Like it was a challenge. On
Dude, it
not
was
even like a
fucking
high difficulty.
brutal.
It was
So
really,
I just ran Tyranid is what I did. Had no
I like-
choice.
I like
I like the bugs
Tyranids.
as well.
They're cool, but a lot of the stratagems just don't work as well. Like
Yeah, they
napalm
do,
or
but they
fire
don't.
works really well against them if you can land it properly. Which, with how many there are, the Tyranids are mainly just for swarming you. There are hundreds on you. While the
automatons have more like big enemies.
yeah, the automatons
rather
are usually more of like
medium.
medium to heavy enemies that are sending at you, rather than Tyranids are sending hundreds of small enemies, but then there's going to be like a few big ones. Which
Yeah, and the Illuminate's like in between.
Yeah, I don't like the Illuminates.
I don't really either.
None of the weapons for their quote unquote medium enemies, it's just way too much health. Like all the weapons take mag and a half just to kill one, and there are tens of them every single mission.
Yeah, it's rough.
Dude,
It just feels the weapons are underpowered with them.
The flying
they're fine against.
fuckheads piss me off.
Oh, yeah, I hate those things.
Every
They're
weapon
so hard
just-
to hit.
They just feel underpowered. Only against the Illuminates. For the Tyranids and automatons, they're perfectly fine, but for the Illuminate, they just feel underpowered every time.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the Illuminate. I like the idea of them. They're a lot of fun idea-wise. I don't like their shields on the spawners.
Yes, that is
That
annoying.
gets really annoying. But otherwise, I do like the Illuminates.
Yeah. I like how a little bit of the lore behind it is the zombies. The smaller enemies are like zombies. They're called voteless, which they basically infected Super Earth's territories with a certain virus or weapon that turned them into zombies. So that's why they're called voteless, is because they don't have a mind of their own. They're more not autonomous, but they all hive mind essentially.
Yeah.
which
I like
is really
the
cool.
animations. They have like special animations sometimes when you kill them
Yeah,
that have like human aspects.
yeah.
cool.
Like one of the death animations is a super Earth salute,
Mm-hmm.
which it's so cool that even though they are like a zombie or voteless, they still have that human aspect of them. They're still really patriotic.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's awesome. One thing I don't like, I like the bugs a lot. One reason is like fighting Bile Titans. The Bile Titans I think are like my favorite enemy in the game.
Yeah.
Just because when you when you get a recoilless rifle and you perfectly one shot them,
There's no
it's
better
so nice.
feeling.
It's so satisfying.
Because you could throw everything in the kitchen sink at it and it probably still won't die, but you get that just one good shot and they're dead.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
the thing I love about that heavy gun I was talking about, the emplacement, like mounted one, I don't know its fucking name, but I love when you're fighting the bots, you can shoot down the ships that are incoming with it in like one or two shots, and it can shoot super fast, not super fast, but decently fast.
That is something.
Yeah, remember that mission I was doing with you guys, and then they were coming in, and it just bam, 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 bam. Dude, it is so fucking great.
Yeah.
That is something we forgot to talk about was how the enemies spawn.
Oh yeah, they all have different ways.
Yeah, so for the automatons, they have factories, which they make them inside the factory and then they come out. To destroy it, or any of the spawners essentially, is a grenade or anything explosive. So you throw it into, like, for the automatons, there's vents that are glowing red. You can throw a grenade in it and it'll blow up the factory, so they no longer spawn there. For Terminids,
I gotta
little
say,
bug holes. Oh,
sorry, before. With the automaton like factories,
Mm.
I absolutely love the noise when a grenade goes down like the vent. It is such a satisfying little clunk, 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 clunk.
It is. It sounds like a little
that.
rock coming down, like a pipe.
Like a pipe.
Yeah. Back to spawners, the bugs. They have a little bug hole that goes into the ground, and there's like orange, like almost like a plume of smoke. Obviously, you throw a grenade down there, it'll blow it up. No more spawning. And usually, the spawners are in anywhere from 2 to 10, all in one spot.
Yeah.
So when it's 2, very easy. You can do that like solo. But when there's 10 of them, they're constantly spawning them. Yeah, it'll get quite overwhelmed. And with the Illuminate, they have their own like little alien ship that's just parked. But to destroy it, you have to first break its shield and then throw a grenade into it.
Yeah.
Which is what we were talking about earlier, how we don't like the Illuminate ships.
Yeah. It's kind of annoying.
It is. It is very annoying. And another way they can spawn is if a certain enemy sees you of the certain faction, it has a chance to call for more enemies. For Automaton, it's a flare. For the Illuminate, it's a different kind of flare. And for the bugs, it's like a screech, essentially, where you don't hear like a scream, but they hear it. And after they do get called, like they call in reinforcements, I want to say 20-ish enemies or more can just drop directly on top of you if you stay in the area. So
yeah,
that's what makes it so difficult, is you can find patrols, which, as the name states, they just patrol the area. If they see you and you don't kill all of them in time, they can make quite a pain, especially if you're trying to do it very sneaky.
Yeah, especially on Super Helldive.
Yeah, which
it's rough.
That is the difficulty if you guys want to go into it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So there's like 10 difficulties. Yeah. So there's 10 difficulties. I'm gonna actually look this up. So I believe you unlock the difficulties.
Yes, you have
through doing the one before.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Okay. So I would say for like playing solo and you're like, you know, decent, I think you could probably get up to like difficulty 4. But I mean, more experience, you could probably get up to like 6, 7, you know.
It all just depends on our experience and how many people you have, really.
But the 10 difficulties are trivial, easy, medium, challenging, hard, extreme, suicide mission, impossible, hell dive, and super hell dive. I think we, as like a duo, we normally play either suicide mission or impossible.
Yeah.
Normally. And once we get to 3 people, we'll run super hell dive. But like 2 people on super hell dive is rough sometimes. Sometimes it's a breeze. Sometimes it is not.
I think we just don't have the skills or experience to do that duo.
Yeah. Sometimes you just get, like, you can get surrounded so easily.
Yeah, with them just anything. Calling every single time or special enemies.
Yeah, and one thing, especially with the automatons, which most of the time we're fighting them or the bugs.
Mm-hmm.
The automatons, we always end up spawning near the, like, EMP tower. So it, like, disables our... Jammer. Yeah, it disables our stratagems.
Which are very essential for a mission.
Very bad.
Yeah.
Very bad. So you can't reinforce teammates, you can't get your special weapons, you can't do anything, basically.
Yeah, everything in the stratagem, offense, support, reinforcing, ammo, you can't do none of that until you fight your way into the jammer, mess with the console, and then you can do it. Which
okay, so those are fortresses with the eye. Okay, I was trying to look up what a fortress is in the game because when I was looking at the Super Hell Dive, it said fortresses spawn specifically on that difficulty.
Yeah, fortresses are just kind of like an enemy camp, but way bigger.
Yeah, and a lot stronger and a lot harder to attack. Just because they have the big cannons. Like very, very early we said in that how we hate being pushed around all the time and not getting knocked over. They don't have to be even near you. They can shoot you from really far and they'll make you stumble very, very quickly.
Yeah.
Also, apparently mega hives also spawn on that difficulty. I'm assuming that's just the fortress version of...
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we've run into that. I don't think we do that on Super Hell Dive.
We don't do too much Super Hell Dive on bugs.
Or
most of the time we're on
automatons, really.
Yeah. Yeah, we've only played a handful of times. The problem is most of the time when we do want to, there's the mission where you have to extract citizens.
Yeah.
And that one's like almost impossible on like difficulty 8.
Yeah, we're dumb. We throw stratagems way too close. We do not watch our fire. There's quite a lot of friendly fire. So we're just very, very bad at that specific mission.
Yeah. It's also just really hard.
It is quite difficult.
I love friendly fire in this game. I love that they do what most games won't do. Like where if you get hit by like in most other games, if you get hit by friendly fire damage, it'll typically do a lot less than what it would typically do.
Yeah.
To like an enemy. Like, I don't know how that works in other games that have friendly fire. I know like Siege and other games like that have friendly fire. I think For Honor does. Am I delusional?
I don't think so.
I don't think For Honor has friendly.
I swear to God I remember it does, but yeah, I might just be crazy. But in a lot of games with friendly fire damage, it doesn't do full damage. But in this game, you get hit by anything that's considered friendly fire damage, you're fucked.
Yeah, there's one pistol called the Senator, which is notorious because it's just a revolver. It is quite a good revolver. It's a one shot, no matter where you hit him. So I have not on purpose friendly fired a few times.
Yeah,
just because. I'm trying to shoot. Hey, I'm trying to shoot an enemy, and my teammate just happens to be right there, giving him a big old hug.
Yeah,
and I cannot stand.
With some stratagems too. Throw napalm a little too close.
Oh, I think it'll be fine, and you're atomized.
Bam! First explosion.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love those though. Those are so funny.
Yeah, that's what makes it just peak.
Yeah, another aspect to this, I guess, is you can get like injured throughout it from taking smaller hits of damage.
Oh yeah.
So like you can like break your leg, break your arm, break your body.
We need
It doesn't-
wheelchairs. We need
Yeah.
wheelchairs for
That'd be
Helldivers.
hilarious.
Send them out. Give them weaponized
No.
wheelchairs.
We don't need wheelchairs. And anyway,
What
once
is-
you get to level 25, you get the mech, so you don't need a wheelchair.
True, we can
It is
use
your
them like
wheelchair.
dreadnoughts in Warhammer 40k.
Yeah.
Mm.
They can still do work for the glorious Super Earth.
I don't. What are the effects that the limb breakage like
So,
has? Because I know
Your
the leg slows
arms,
down.
your arms will increase recoil like a lot.
Oh,
I don't think it'll stop you from ADSing, but I know it'll definitely like increase recoil. I think you can also not throw as far because of a broken arm.
Hmm.
If you break a leg, you can't sprint whatsoever. You're just hobbling around. And I think if your chest gets damaged, you start bleeding. It's
Yeah.
very, very minute amount, but
It's minute, but it's
nonetheless, yeah, it's like a constant. I think it's constant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the way to get rid of that is to just heal. Use like a little stim thing, and you'll heal it. Problems when you run out of those.
Yes, it is very, very sudden. If you are not counting every single one at every single second, you will get caught with your pants down. It has happened.
Yeah, your leg will be broken. You're getting chased by a horde. You just gotta accept fate at that point.
And then you just hear your character, "I'm out of stims," and it's
Oh.
over.
My leg.
Yeah. They also they also scream whenever you stim, which is very funny.
I love the voice lines. In it.
Yes.
I love liberty.
Sweet liberty.
My arm. Or
They're so
whenever,
good.
if you get an LMG and you start
Oh, yeah.
shooting like constantly, you are just screaming at the top of your lungs or laughing.
Yeah.
Either one.
They're
But
so funny.
this game has just so much charisma.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
the devs actually care about the game. It's nice.
Yeah, they recently added something back. I've never seen it, but I was looking through patch notes. So apparently you used to be able to emote midair, like while you're falling,
Really?
and they took that out, and then apparently they added it back. I don't know what that looks like.
I need to know now.
Yeah, we can test it later. But that's interesting. I guess going with the voice lines, I think one of my like favorite things, like it's literally the first thing you ever see in this game, is the intro cutscene. Is
Yeah.
beautiful.
It's so
is-
well done. It
too
gets you
good.
so hooked, so quick.
It does.
It's just this guy coming back home to his family. He just got out of his car. He was talking with his wife and kid, and a Terminid, or Tyrannid, just immediately slaughters both of them right in front of his eyes. So he falls to his knees, just screaming, and the next thing we see is him in a shaved head and in his suit, talking about he wants to serve his country. And
The
it's
best
just
part. Oh, sorry.
no,
The
you
best
go.
part about his scream is so he falls to his knees and it's just sweet liberty and it cuts to him as a soldier. It's so funny. If you haven't seen it, you have to watch it.
God, all the
Well-
voice lines in this are just fucking amazing.
They're so good. And like the quality of that video is insane.
Yes, it's CGI, but it's like they spent months on it. Like this,
What?
it's quality. They did not
It is
just push out some
100%
slop
worth.
like COD has with AI
Yeah.
generated content.
Oh yeah.
The characters
sorry.
don't have 6 fingers.
I'm so
What?
sorry. I
What'd you
looked
find?
something up to find quotes for it, and then one of the off-screen things is inspiring pink quotes. Pink isn't just a color; it's an attitude.
What the
When in
That
doubt,
is crazy.
wear pink. I'm sorry.
That's not a quote. It's just
I'm gonna start.
terrible.
I'm gonna start randomly saying these like during the podcast, just at random moments.
Please,
Please
don't.
No one wants to hear that.
Pink speaks the language of love, softening hearts and bringing peace.
It doesn't sound like democracy to me. I'm not interested.
Man, we gotta get this traitor out of here.
Shoot this
Mm.
guy.
Oh yeah, speaking of traitor, if you are in your mission and if you go out of the barrier for more than 10 seconds, you are labeled as a traitor and they just start sending artillery at you. Not necessarily directly on you, but near you, and it's like you can survive for a while. But you better be dang lucky.
Yeah, it does not matter if you got sent flying across the map and you are currently free falling. It does not matter. If you were running from bugs, you are labeled a traitor. And
Get back into the fight.
yeah, that
Speaking of
artillery
traitors.
it's fun.
So, speaking of traitor, for this episode, we're getting executed.
Oh
Why?
man.
We spoke about the secrets and how the Helldivers are actually just the ships and they're disposable. The actual people.
That's a secret.
I guess not.
Okay.
I'm
It's a
saying.
weird secret.
We didn't say great things about Super Earth.
But my
Yeah,
freedom
Super
enforcer
Earth's the only
said thought crime. I didn't have any thought crimes.
That reminds me of the loading screen tips.
The tips are amazing. I love
They're
them.
so good.
Uh,
I think
Don't
one of them
drink and
was like
drive.
thought crimes are still crimes.
yeah, thought crimes are still crimes. Yeah, that's one of them. Don't drink and drive. Classic.
Yeah, don't die. A very
Yeah,
good one.
Very good. There's another one. I'll let you guys talk about it, but I'll come back to that. Gotta look it up.
What is? Oh, you're looking.
I'm
Okay.
looking it up.
But yeah, sometimes they're just not even tips. They mean nothing.
Yeah.
Like the don't drink and drive one. I love
games
them.
that do that.
Yeah, they're so good. I can't think of any more off the top of my head. But there are so many. It's like we're still seeing new ones as we're playing, and they're so good. Oh man. Yeah, I'm not sure which one you were looking up.
It's the one where it's like, make sure to turn in your C-01 form. And if you do anything that results in a baby.
Oh. I don't know what that.
That's what I'm looking up right now.
Like on the tip of my tongue.
Remember to fill out your C-01 permit before any act that could result in a child.
Yeah. It's so hilarious.
Oh, this is also a really good one. Failure to complete the mission objectives will not result in you being sent to a freedom camp. Those are merely dissident rumors.
They're so good.
Fucking great. All right. Well, do you guys have anything more to talk about?
I don't think so. I think we kind of hit everything.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we did.
I was going to say, we're perfectly around the mark when we normally begin our review. So,
Yeah.
all right. Anyone want to go first, or I can start us off?
Yeah, if you want to start, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll start us off. All right. So I really like Helldivers. I think it's a really great multiplayer game. I like the 4 players. I love the PvE aspect. The game feels well. The graphics are nice. All the mechanics work well. The fluidity of the characters, the voice lines, the humor. This game's great. This game is phenomenal. I think it's a really good game, but I just don't quite think I can give it a super, super high rating. So I'm going to give it a 3.9, which is still a high rating. But compared to the fact that like we're trying to search for like what we personally believe a perfect game is, this game is close to it, and I can honestly say that. But I'm going to give it a 3.9 for me.
Yeah. All right. I think I also love this game. I think all about it is good. There's no technical paywalls in this game, which is awesome to see because there's a lot of those nowadays.
Especially but especially in the like multiplayer games, and especially if so many like battle pass games where they add stuff, kind of like the war bonds. It's not as easy to get the war bonds as it is. You know what I'm talking about? Like battle passes, you typically have to pay money for, like in Fortnite or Apex Legends or other battle royales like that. This game isn't a battle royale, obviously, but for the battle pass, you can. With the war bonds, you can technically get them with stuff through the game, not like super hard as it would be in other ones.
Kalen, you did. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
You saved up like a ton of them.
I think I needed like 300, and I got 300 in like 2 days of grinding. So it's doable. It just takes a while, but it's very, very doable, which I enjoy.
Yeah. I like having the option of that.
Yeah.
Because like, especially like before I had a job, you know, like getting stuff like that was so hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
It was rough, but it's nice to have the option. But like, I guess going off that, again, graphics are nice. I love the comedy of it. It's got a really cool, like, serious but comedic tone throughout it. All the factions I'd say are very well done. Although we don't like the Illuminate as much. That's just our personal opinion. I think everything about this game is great. I think I would give it a 4.1. So Galen, you want to go into yours?
I would love to go into mine. I love Helldivers. It just oozes so much passion and so much care because I think it's 3 months, they add a new war bond, which adds quite a lot of stuff. There's updates weekly, monthly, one of those two. But it's just, there's so much to do. And it's such a good game with your friends because no mission is ever the same. We've never really had a mission where it's like, we did the same exact thing like over and over. It's always different. And with the friendly fire, it makes you really think, can I really help him out? Or I let him die? It's fun.
I equip this 380 barrage?
Yeah, it's like, do I have a flamethrower that may or may not kill everybody? But that cool number goes up.
You kill.
So, I don't know. It oozes passion and love. They really do care for this game. So, for me, I'd say 4.2 is my official rating. It's just, they truly do care about this game, and I love it.
Yeah.
All right, so.
You know what that puts us to, Dylan?
Yep, that puts us to an 8.1 on our official rating for it.
I would say that's a very good,
I think that fits.
very good score.
Yeah. Solid. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
I guess I can work into closing us out.
Yeah. Do we have any closing statements?
I don't think we have anything crazy. This is our first shared host one. Galen, you did awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. You will be invited again.
You will
be blow the job.
When do I get paid?
Cut the episode here. Cut it. I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, I was gonna say the next few episodes, obviously, the shared episode is gonna be not gonna be like we're gonna have a guest every single episode. We're making sure that's understood. The next guest we're gonna have is gonna be about a month from now, precisely about a month. So that's typically what it's probably gonna be. We'll see, how it goes. It's just so you guys know that. Kalen will be back. We don't know when, but he probably will be.
Yep. Our next game for next week is Anthem.
Yes, I get to talk about Anthem.
That'll be interesting. But with that, we're gonna close it out.
Actually, wait.
Are you sure? Okay.
I would like to say the last few words.
You want to?
Yeah, you can close us out.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Your time is very valuable. I love you, and good night.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys next time.
See ya.